Okay, so when you hear the name Charlemagne, you probably think of one thing, right? The great unifier, the father of Europe. I mean, his whole story, back in the 8th and ninth centuries, it's basically the bedrock of Western history as we know it. But what if that whole story isn't true? What if one of history's most famous emperors just never existed at all? Now, that sounds crazy, I know, but we're going to dive into a pretty wild theory laid out in our source material. The idea is that Charlemagne isn't a real person, but more like a historical phantom, a ghost built from the lives of other people, but projected way, way back in time. So, where do you even start with a claim like that? Well, the first piece of evidence this theory presents is a really strange and really long silence in the historical record. And it starts with the most basic thing you can imagine, his name. So the first clue the theory points to is the name Karl itself. You've got the Carolingian dynasty, right? It's named for Karl Martel, it's full of Karls. But then look at this timeline. Around the year 900, something really strange happens. The name just evaporates. It's gone. For more than 300 years, in the very heartland of his supposed empire, not one king, not one duke, not one major noble is named Karl. Our source calls this the Karl-lose Zeit, literally, the Karl-less time. Think about that for a second. Over 300 years. The source argues that for a name that belonged to this legendary hero, this saint, this founding father of Europe, for it to just disappear like that, that's not just a coincidence. That is a massive, glaring anomaly that needs an explanation. Why on earth would everyone just stop using the name of Europe's greatest emperor? And it wasn't just royalty who dropped the name. The theory points to research suggesting it vanished from the general population too. I mean, this quote is pretty damning. You look at 1,000 university students, centuries after Charlemagne was supposed to have lived, and not a single one is named Karl. It's like the name was just forgotten.